Hello and welcome. I am Sir Shudder, and I have a beauty of a tale for you today. This is the story of the legend of the village of Sugisawa. Enjoy. In Aoyama Prefecture, at the foot of a mountain, there was once a small village called Sugisawa. One day a man who lived there suddenly went crazy and killed everyone with a hatchet before killing himself. In the course of a single day, the entire population of the village was wiped out. What happened was so horrifying that the local government tried to hide what happened and erase all evidence that the village had ever existed. The village and its name were erased from maps, and all official record of it was deleted. For over 50 years, the village remained silent, no one daring to go near it. However, no matter how much the government tries to conceal the truth, they cannot erase it from the memories of the people. The old folk in the area continue to tell the story of Sugisawa to this day. You could say it's an open secret amongst them. According to the legend, there are 3 signs that reveal the path to Sugisawa. 1. There is a sign on the road leading to the village that says, "To those who enter, there can be no guarantee for your life." 2. There is an old rotting shrine gate at the entrance of the village, beneath which lies a stone shaped like a human skull. 3. As you head into the village, there is an old abandoned building, a former house where, if you enter, you will find the bloodstains telling of the tragic event that happened there. One particular story about the village goes as follows. One day, 2 young men and a woman went for a drive deep in the mountains. When they got lost and stumbled upon an old beat-up shrine gate. Beneath the gate, there were 2 large stones, one of them shaped like a skull. The young driver saw it and remembered a rumour he'd heard long ago. The rumour was that of a skull found at the bottom of a shrine gate was a sign of the entrance to Sugisawa. The 2 men got out of the car. However, the young man said to them, "I'm scared, let's get out of here." They decided to search for the village, however, and all went in together. About 100 meters after passing under the shrine gate, they suddenly found a large open area before them, with 4 old abandoned buildings. The 3 of them stepped inside one of the buildings, and inside they found a large amount of dried blood on the walls. The 2 men felt a shiver run up their spines, and the woman suddenly cried out, "Hey, there's something strange about this place. I can feel a presence." The 3 of them fled the building in surprise, and as they did, they felt like they were being surrounded by a large number of people. The 3 of them ran for the car. However, something was wrong. No matter how much they ran, they couldn't seem to reach the car. From the open space to the car should have only been about 100 meters, and it was a straight path, so there was no way they could have gotten lost. Even so, as the 3 of them kept running, they couldn't escape from Sugisawa. Unawares, the woman suddenly found herself separated from the 2 men, and as she kept running for what felt like forever, she somehow finally found herself back at the car. Thankfully, the keys were still in the ignition. She climbed into the driver's seat to go and get help, and turned the key to start the car. However, no matter how much she turned the key, the car refused to start. On the verge of tears, she kept turning the key over and over, trying to get the car to go. Then, dun dun dun, a large sound suddenly reverberated from the windscreen. So she looked and noticed the windscreen was covered in bloody red handprints. No, not just the windscreen, Countless bloody red handprints appeared on all the windows, as though they were all being beat upon at the same time. The woman crouched down in fear, and before long she fainted. The next morning, one of the locals out for a morning walk stumbled upon the bloody car, and the dumbfounded young woman inside, her hair had turned white from fear overnight. She was taken to the hospital, where she explained her terrifying experience. Afterwards, she disappeared and was never seen again. Her two male friends were also never found. The closest I could find after looking through Wikipedia was the Tsuyama massacre, committed by Matsuo Toi, a 21-year-old responsible for the Tsuyama massacre, pictured before 1938, as you can see here. The legend goes that Matsuo Toi cut the electricity line to the village of Kamo on the evening of the 20th of May, which left the community in darkness. At around 1:30 a.m. on the 21st of May, he killed his 76-year-old grandmother by decapitating her with an axe. He then strapped two flashlights to his head and prowled through the village like a youth engaged in a night crawling or yobai. Entering the homes of his neighbours, he killed 29 neighbours, 27 of whom died at the scene of the incident, while two others were fatally wounded, dying of their injuries later, and seriously injured three others in about an hour and a half using a Browning shotgun, a Japanese sword and an axe. This was almost half of the residents of the community. At dawn, he committed suicide by shooting himself in the chest. Yobai is apparently a ritual where a man will creep into a woman's room at night looking for sexual intercourse. According to what transpired, this was a revenge killing because all of the women refused his sexual advances. Matsuo Toi was born in Okayama Prefecture to well-off parents. His parents died of tuberculosis when he was a baby, so he and his sister were brought up by their grandmother. He was originally outgoing, but at the age of 17 he became socially withdrawn after his sister married in 1934. He was interested in the story of Sada Abe, the prostitute who in May 1936 strangled her lover and then severed his genitals. He had started writing a novel, Yutokai Muru. He took part in yobai, overnight crawling, a rural custom which involved creeping into young women's bedrooms during the night seeking sexual intercourse. From his suicide notes, it appears that after May 13, 1937, when he was diagnosed of suffering from tuberculosis, the young women in the village rejected his sexual advances. His suicide notes, Toi left several long notes which revealed that he was concerned about the social impact of his tuberculosis, which in the 1930s was an incurable fatal illness. He felt that his female neighbours became cold towards him once they knew of his illness, and that he was despised as hypersexual. And he also stated in the notes that the neighbours insulted and treated him badly after he was found to have tuberculosis. For revenge, he decided to enter their homes and kill them. He waited for the time when the women returned to their houses. The authorities were concerned and his gun license was revoked. He, however, prepared swords and guns secretly. He regretted that he would not be able to shoot some people he wanted to, as that would have involved killing people he regarded as innocent. He also wrote that he killed his grandmother because he could not bear leaving her alive to face the shame and social stigma that would be associated with being a murderer's grandmother. And that was the Legend of Sugisawa. Did you enjoy it? Do you know anything more about it? Comments below, guys. Until next time, I am Sir Shudder. Be safe, be cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And hit the notifications button so that you can see when I've done any more. If you enjoy my content, that is. Until next time, bye bye.